What is up, vinyl community and YouTube land? It is Kendall Stokes coming at you with another video for the Spin Doctor and his Vinyl Mayhem YouTube channel. Today is March 14th. It is Tuesday, and as you saw by the opening of this video, I have unboxed what is for me a Grail, and that is Brandi Carlile's The Story. If you don't know, I'm sure you do by watching this channel. If you've watched it, I'm a huge Brandi Carlile fan. I've talked about her a lot on this channel. I love her. I love her storytelling. I love her voice. I love her songwriting. I just think she's great. And if you know anything about her, you know that this record that I'm talking about right here, this is her second record, probably her best record, honestly. It is super hard to come by. And Long Out of Print came out in 2007. If you go to Discogs, it is super expensive, in the $200 to $300, sometimes even higher. eBay the same way. It's been reissued in 2014, 2021, and just constantly, going out of print, going for high dollars. And so, been on my want list on Discogs for a long time. And I see it all the time, but I don't want to pay that kind of money. And it wasn't until about 2 weeks ago, I'm just going to go ahead and share this quick story. About 2 weeks ago, I'd actually taken a few days off of work. Wanted to get some stuff done around the house, and then also I had my daughter, her very first field trip. I took some time off for that, and so I was at home, and matter of fact, I nodded off, and so I was asleep, and I felt my phone go off because it happened to be in my lap. It woke me up, and I had gotten a message from my friend Melissa O'Buck, who lives out in Wilmington. Shout out to Melissa, thank you. She had sent me a message. Magnolia Records out in Washington State. And when I say out in Washington State, I mean Northwest Washington, out near the Canadian border, close to Vancouver, actually. She had sent me this link. They were doing a pressing of this record. I think limited to 200 copies. And she sent me the link for it. Said, "Hey, check this out. I just ordered mine." And so real quick, I was like, "Oh man, I got to click on this link." It still showed some in stock, so I clicked on it, went through it real quick, got me a copy. I was like, this just seems too good to be true. But I got the email saying that my order went through and everything. I went, "Oh great." So just for kicks and giggles, I went back like a minute or two later. It said they were sold out. I went, "That is awesome." And the reason I went, "That is awesome," is because mine went through. I got the confirmation saying it went through, and I thought, "Oh, that is great." So very next day, I even got the tracking information, all that stuff. So shout out to Magnolia Records. Thank you guys so much for doing that, because I have been wanting that record for so long. Well, yesterday the record finally came. It came all the way from Northwest Washington. When I say Northwest, I mean Northwest. Really cool box, actually. I love that they make their own boxes. Magnolia Record Club. Anyway, so this is the record. Really cool. Only thing I didn't like about it, which I wasn't surprised about, it came in paper sleeves, cheap paper sleeves. So I put it in these nice little sleeves. Nice white marble record. Really awesome. Back to the actual record itself, though. If you don't know this record, like I said, it's her second record. the biggest hit off this record was obviously the song "The Story." Just a phenomenal song. Other great tracks off of this. Turpentine is amazing. Josephine is great. This is just, it's an amazing album. Like I said, it came out in 2007. It was produced by the great T-Bone Burnett. If you don't know T-Bone Burnett, which I'm sure you do, his claim to fame came from being one of Bob Dylan's guitar players back in the 70s. Went on later, started producing back in, I think, the 90s. His big claims to fame were being the producer for the "Oh Brother Where Art Thou" soundtrack, the "Walk the Line" soundtrack. He also did the "Inside Llewyn Davis" soundtrack. Also went on to produce the Alison Krauss and Robert Plant albums, which, if you don't know those records, those are phenomenal records. He produced this. He's produced a lot. Just a great producer, but he produced this record. I believe this record is Grammy award winning. If not, it was at least Grammy nominated, I know. But phenomenal record. Like I said, the fact that it's been so long out of print and then they did that just out of nowhere. I'm so glad, Melissa. Thank you again for sending me that link so I could get this record, because this has been on my want list for so long, and to take it off of my want list, it was the only record on my Discogs want list. So now I need to start finding other records to add to that want list. But just so excited to add this to my collection. This was a Grail. This is actually the 2021. This is identical to the 2021 pressing that came out. The pearl vinyl. When you look at the SKU number, it's exactly the same. All that stuff. It's amazing. Sounds great. So happy to. I know I've said it already a million times, but just so happy to add this. If you don't know Brandi Carlile, start with this record. Her last record was amazing as well. All of her records are great, but the song "The Story," phenomenal song. Just a great songwriter, great storyteller. This whole album itself actually was really, they did a tribute album of just this album with other artists, and I think Dolly Parton does a cover of "The Story." But really cool. So yeah, this record is up there. Just so phenomenal, and to be able to actually have it now, just so exciting. So absolute Grail find of the year, or pickup of the year. It wasn't really much of a find, but just super excited to finally add this to the collection. Now they just need to reissue her first and third album, and I'll be good to go. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you did, if you would, please leave me a thumbs up, leave me a like. If you like what you saw, please subscribe. I've been doing this almost for a year now, coming up on a year. I got a few other videos if you want to go back and check out the previous videos I've done. But thanks for hanging out with me tonight, guys. Wanted to keep this one short, so I will check you guys out later. Peace. Love you guys. Bye.